What is up, people? Welcome back to another episode of Concussions and Discussions. Today we are joined with Benny Halder. We are both fighting next weekend at the Horizon Event Center in Clive, Iowa, so we figured it'd be a good time to come on and chop it up.
And you're not dead yet from the weight cut, so I mean, now is the perfect time to ask you some questions, right?
Yes. I'm not quite sure when this will probably be posted today. It's Sunday. Maybe if I don't have time, it'll get posted tomorrow, but yeah, so it's still not quite to the point of being dehydrated just yet.
Yeah. Low calorie, right?
Yeah, low calories. Calories are low. Energy gets lower. Go ahead, give yourself a little bit of an introduction. I know you're a fellow ninja. Okay.
I am the Sleepy Ninja.
Two ninjas.
Halder. I got a few years on Mikey. I've been fighting since I was 19. I'm 34 now, so been around the block for a bit.
Oh yeah.
And we got a good fight coming up this weekend. We got some guys coming up from Missouri to try and rob us of our glory, so it'll be a fun one.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
So what promotion is it? What time does it start? And where are you on the card, both of you?
Who wants to answer?
I'm fighting on the co-main. The fights start at 7,
I believe.
Normally the doors open at 6.
Doors open. If it's normal, I'm pretty sure it is. I believe doors open at 6. Fights start at 7.
And the promotion is
MCC Midwest Cage Championships with Rick Tassler and Johnny Case. They both run it. So one of the nicer promotions locally. I mean, we have a few. We actually have a few pretty good promotions.
Iowa's been hopping lately. You gotta say that, and it's good for sure. Who do you have? Who are you fighting, and what weight class is it? And let's start with that.
So we're fighting Davian Trotter. He is coming from Missouri. We're fighting at 165 for this fight. Just no point to go down to 155 for me for this one. Yeah. If it was more of a serious event kind of thing, or serious, like a title belt or something like that, or
for a belt and whatnot.
Yeah, something like that, I'd be willing to go down that 55 class. But hanging out at 65 for this one. He is a brown belt and he has a lot of finishes on the ground, so should be an interesting one.
And you're sort of a grappler yourself, right? I mean, your jiu-jitsu's pretty legit, so. You see this going to the ground, or are you both going to be standoffish and on the feet, like it happens with some wrestlers versus wrestler scenarios, you know?
Yeah. We'll see. He is a lengthier guy, so, I mean, we do have some long guys in our camp. Like, I mean, Brock Hammer, he's kind of a long, lengthy guy, and then you got Louise.
And this one right next to you, too.
Yeah.
Chump right here.
Semi-lengthy. I'm a good half median.
Man, I'm so horrible with names.
Of course, to me, everyone's lengthy. Even Benny's lengthy to me, right?
He's a light-skinned cat. He's newer to here, but he's a pretty long, lengthy cat. Yeah, he's athletic.
He got the hard name,
we got a few guys that have been helping prepare for this camp, so we're ready to go.
Does he typically fight at 55 too, or the guy you're fighting?
I believe so. I believe he's normally fighting at 55.
Cool. I didn't know if he was like a bigger guy coming down like from 70 or something. But.
You know, sometimes this ends up really good because, you know, if you have two guys, they're not cutting to what they're used to. Ends up sometimes being a better fight because you have a lot more in the tank. You don't lose that 30%.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm looking forward to that one. I think it's gonna be more exciting than the last one.
Yeah, I do expect it definitely being a lot more interesting. I see that this guy brings more skill set to the table than my last fight. So.
Who'd you fight last again?
Well, I don't really want to throw him under the bus like that. But
wait,
another out of towner. Fuck
you really set him up there good.
Yes. No,
we have a nice ninja and an evil ninja over here.
You call me the evil one? I'm never the evil one.
I'm kidding.
I will say though, like this fight camp for like the last few weeks, like I've I felt a lot more just aggression for no reason. I don't know why.
It's those veins starting to pop
Oh
out.
man, dude, yeah.
Kicking in back to those days when you were a
Dude,
chubby little kid. And it's
Oh man, I just feel
coming
my
out.
testosterone boosted. I'm like, like, dude, I was sitting there the other day, or this was 2 nights ago. My dog's what keep me awake because he's been sick, whatever. But I like, usually I'm good at keeping a cool head. Like my blood was boiling, dude. Like it's like 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. and I am just getting pissed.
So you
I'm
just
like,
grabbed the gun, took him to the woods.
He's dead. no, but like stuff like that. Actually, yeah, it's 2 nights ago because then I came in. It was yesterday morning's practice. Like I felt, again, just aggressive. I was just like,
Right.
all right, like, I don't know, had the blood flowing, which was nice.
I don't know what this like. I don't know if this new dryer washer that we got does it, but the old washer and dryer, like, it's in the basement and it would work, and then something would like happen with the water, and I'll go like that, and like super loud, and I'll be cutting, and I'm like, turn it the fuck up, Bill. We need clothes. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care. Like, I just want to sleep. Like, guys, I really have trouble sleeping when I'm cutting. I don't know how you guys are about that.
Good last night. I mean,
Yeah,
What do you like? Are you talking about like late in your water cut or like?
No,
when you-
yeah, 2 days before I have
Okay,
trouble
okay,
sleeping.
yeah.
No, I'm good until the last 2 days. Then I get spicy. You
Yeah,
get all the
usually
Serbian sass
not.
out of there. So
I haven't had like a huge weight. Like I said, usually I cut like 12 or less pounds. So like I haven't had any like a big weight cut. Like this one's a little bit bigger because I got like 15, 16, maybe 17 when I'm full of water and whatnot. Pounds of cut. So maybe I'll have a little bit more trouble this time around. We'll see.
yeah, well, that's okay. Well, you know, the tougher the better, as they say.
Well, like I said, I'm actually glad I have a little bit bigger.
We
of a
mentioned
cut.
it before, but for those who didn't watch the last podcast, like, who are you fighting? We heard from Ben, the
Yeah,
main
yeah.
event. So what are your predictions?
Yeah, I'm fighting Kendall Whited. Again, if you didn't see the last podcast or whatnot, I'll just go through it. It's Whitted or Whited, one of the two. He's an athlete. I think he's from St. Louis, Missouri, and he's a stud, to be honest. Like, he got really, really fast hands. He got some wrestling background, so I don't expect it to be like an easy fight by no means. But honestly, like, I feel really good. Like, I feel injury free. My body feels super strong, athletic, explosive. So I'm gonna be looking for a finish, to be honest. I do want to keep the finishes going. I'm 4-0 with 4 first-round finishes, so Dana likes finishes, and I'd like to try to get.
And not
into
just
UFC.
Dana, but like there was talks last time about somebody
About
from
Ryzen
coming to watch,
and that's cool. And I'm not opposed to something like that either. I do have on my mind I want to fight for the UFC. Like, I want to do well in the, like, that's always kind of been my goal or my dream, whatever you want to call it. But, you know, if Ryzen comes out with a pretty good offer and they're paying decent money to go out to Japan.
It's probably going to be overall a good experience. And regardless of the money, you know, like, you know, traveling overseas, going to a area where they're, you know, like you two have nicknames ninjas. I mean, they're like into martial arts and in that sort of way that they're, you know, like glorifying these MMA fighters like they're samurais themselves.
The show's really cool. Like,
and the show is
a lot of the
cool,
shows
so-
out there, they put on a lot of freaking cool lights and fog and stuff like that. So the shows do look pretty cool. Yeah, I think it'd be a cool experience to go out to Japan too. So again, I definitely would consider it. But yeah, back to the fight. I mean, I think the cat's tough, so it'll be probably be more difficult to get him out of there than my last couple opponents. But my last guy was a stud too, you know. So
You know, it's funny how it is. You know, you work hard and this was different from MMA and normal life. You know, let's say like in normal life you work harder and you learn as you're working harder, and then your life gets easier.
yeah,
Your life gets easier. Like I'm talking about like flipping these houses. Let's say like I knew so much more now than I did 3 years ago, and like everything kind of happens easier, and I'm making money way easier. Life's getting better, driving better cars, having trips. Like it gets more comfortable. It gets
flex, but-
better, right? No, not flex.
Just
but-
drive a Tesla
just
around.
buy-
I'm sorry. That's where I was going. But in MMA, it's the opposite.
oh yeah.
The more you work, the better you get, the tougher guys you end up fighting. And now you're like moving, okay, now we're local, now we're getting better promotion. Now we're in the UFC, And God forbid, or God hope, you end up in top 15. Now you're fighting top of the food chain.
Oh,
and
yeah.
just keep doing. How does that like make you feel?
I'm a very like step up to the plate type of person. Like, I actually almost like, you know, you hear people say like they like being the underdog. I'd say I'm usually not the underdog just because, again, like I'm still early in my career and like I'm fighting guys. Again, like my last opponent was pretty tough, but I was 3-0 and it was his pro debut. Even though he was tough, still on paper, I'm obviously the favorite. But I like having more competition, right? Like the better the competition, the more I step up. Yeah. Because like I said, like when it's game time, I like to go in there and I'll step up to the plate, right? And like my thought on it too is like, you know, looking back, like if I was a young buck and you say like, oh, you know, in let's say 10 years. Well,
Dude, you are.
I'm a young buck. I'm a young buck for fighting 24.
He's an old
But
soul.
I'm saying like
he's an old soul.
if you told me 10 years ago that I was where I'm at now, fighting who I'm fighting now, then I'd be like, what the fuck? Like that's crazy, you know?
Yeah.
So like, I'm just I'm grateful to have the opportunity to go out and fight good guys. Like I want to fight. I want to build up to the point. If I want to be at the point that I have thought about, like going into the UFC and fighting the best of the best, and like I got to put that in my head now that like fighting these guys, I better be able to beat these guys if I want to get to that point.
Yeah.
And again, like I'm out here doing my thing. I'd much rather chase after something, chase my dreams, and you know, worst case scenario, it doesn't play out, than not chase them at all, right? Like I don't want to be on my deathbed and be like, oh, I should have done that. Yeah. No, like I did do that.
That
no
was
matter
for
what the outcome
me
is.
a big motivation. You know, even when I was a young buck like you, but you know, I was like
a younger buck. Sorry, guys.
Younger buck. Yeah, I was like, you know, yeah, like it's so much easier to do anything else, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like financially, especially. Like you can start any business and do so much better than MMA or even wrestling, you know. But back then I was a wrestler, I'm like, man, like, yeah, I can quit and go focus on a career or something or whatever. But like, I can do that when I'm 40, 50, 60.
Yeah.
I can still be, I don't know, a chef or flip houses, or that doesn't matter. But like this, you only have a certain amount of time to do something with it.
Is
Yeah.
only there for so long.
Yeah.
Grandfather time is clicking on the clock.
Yeah.
For sure. That's something you think about often is like how much time you got left for fighting and shit.
34 really put it in perspective to me. Yeah.
You just recently turned 34.
Yeah, I just turned 34 July 23rd.
That's what I thought. Yeah, not long
kind
ago.
of part of throughout this camp. That's like been a thought in my head.
Look,
Cool.
the hairline is sticking pretty good so far. So
It's always been like this.
Right.
This
If your
widow's
body
peak has
is
been
good.
here since 19. So.
Dude, I'm the same way. Like, obviously, I'm not 34 yet, but fucking, I have a big freaking forehead, I guess you could say. But the good thing is, it's always.
So
been
we
like
have we have a veteran here with a good hairline, and we have this young buck that probably needs to go bald pretty soon.
Oh no, but that's the point. That's the point I'm getting to. Is like it hasn't gone back anymore since I was freaking 14. Like I got a picture of me at 14 and my hair slicked back. I shouldn't have ever fucking slicked it back because it just goes back.
Everyone knows now, but
but it's always been back. So I'm like whatever, as long as it's not getting worse, you know. But yeah, that shit's funny. So so you like obviously have put in perspective, like you're 34 now, about towards let's say Pine's still 35 or something.
Yeah, that 34 through 38, I would say is very important years of a person's mixed martial arts career.
Yeah.
So I'm coming into it. So
it seems like it's been getting later and later. Like now we're having older and older guys. I feel like at like the top
that's
level.
what I was just thinking
and
too.
what
yeah.
I think it is I think we're learning how to train smarter.
Yeah.
So those guys are able to peak in their actual like prime of their adulthood kind of thing versus maybe too many gym fights.
Yeah.
And their career is maybe burnt out at 30, 32 kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
That's where I think it's coming.
To be honest, it's not just in MMA. I think it's in sports in general. I mean, I follow soccer, like, and before 36, let's say at soccer used to be you're a grandpa, you should hang your cleats.
Cleats up.
Yeah, you know, but now you have guys at 36 dominating, and that's the same case in MMA as well. I mean, Volkanovski just won a belt, and he's, I believe, 36, right?
Yeah.
So Cormier started his MMA career when he was 31. So it does depend on the person.
Was he that late when he started his MMA career?
31, yeah. Isn't that's
a lot of
really
wrestling, obviously.
Lots of wrestling.
Olympic wrestling was going
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but honestly, I think we're learning more as we go. 10 years ago, nobody was talking about body recovery. It was just train yourself to the ground, So it's.
I definitely think it's a lot more of like how many miles does your body have on it, rather than how old you are.
Well, if you want to speak in terms of cars, I mean, even cars, you can have a car with 200,000 miles broken down because it wasn't taken care of.
Yeah.
And you can have a car with 400,000 miles that's running like it should.
Yeah.
And in that maintenance is the key word for that, for sure. And
definitely.
honestly, how it's been driven too. You can't have every fight that's a bloodthirsty war and expect to have longevity. It's not realistic,
Yeah.
So
that's what, honestly, I've said this, and to where if I'm able to, I'd like to be done by 30 with fighting. I want to coach a lot and stuff like that.
You won't be.
No, you're probably right. And don't get me wrong, especially I'm hitting 30 and then I'm freaking on a tear. I'm not gonna stop. No way in hell.
Yeah.
But so it's not like I'm set at that age. But that was always my I want to get in, make a bunch of money, freaking get some good fights, build a bunch of credentials for myself. That's big for me as well. Is I want to build a lot of credentials with fighting. That way I can start a successful MMA gym in the future and be able to do that as a full-time gig. I think that would be fun for me.
I mean, let me tell you something. I'm somebody that grew up relatively poor, even for the area I was in. Which everyone's kind of poor in Serbia, right?
Yeah.
But we had situations when we would have to put a fucking dresser on our door so we don't get evicted. It was hard times, and growing up in wrestling, I didn't have money for wrestling shoes and protein.
Yeah.
To me, that was that felt like luxury. Having I would get wrestling shoes, but every now and then from someone. I didn't have money to afford my own. I didn't have money for protein or even food once I lived alone, which I have since I was 18. But then now I'm in a blessed position that I did get money, and it's so easy to be okay, I'm just gonna leave, not train a day in my life, have money, I have a good life, have a family, everything's great. But then you're man, to me, I feel I have more to give. I feel it's not, we forget and take for granted how fun this sport is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
for
know.
sure. You get used
Because
to doing it all the time.
and you get sick of it too, because when you're training, especially the weight cut puts
As I
a
was
lot
saying,
of things in
the
perspective.
weight cuts, what's
The hardest part,
no fun, but
But even not just the fighting. I enjoy fighting in a cage. It's really fun in the moment. But also training is fun. But it stops being fun from how much we put in.
when you're doing a fight camp, it's fun.
It's almost important to have little breaks off to find out, if you still love the sport or not, and that itch is still there. That's kind of been a thing that I've noticed with me in the past, or these past few years. If that itch isn't there to fight, then let's not do it at all, kind of thing. But
then you stop, and then there's that itch.
yeah, and then you're you got to get back to it. So
Fucking hell.
yeah,
It doesn't take much to start a fire. It's just if there's that little,
Yeah.
a light left, just
Yeah. Well, that's why I say
as long as you put the work in.
I'd like to build enough credentials to where I can, again, be able to coach and do stuff like that, because I love coaching people too. Or going out and that's because I know I can't fight for the rest of my life, right? Even if I don't stop at 30, right? Eventually, I'm hoping, or I definitely should be done by 40 at least, right?
Yeah.
Especially since I started young and everything.
Yeah.
So after that, then what do I do? Then I know people get bored and they just go get a job at Hy-Vee or something because there's nothing else to do. So I want to be able to, at least after that point, whether it's 30, 35, whatever.
It all.
Yeah, I'd like to be able to coach and go out and corner these guys, because I do have a great time doing it.
Yeah.
So it'll give me something to drive for, is making these people better too.
A lot of knowledge just to give back.
Yeah, exactly. And this is obviously all down the line, but it's shit I think about.
Yeah. Personally, I've been a little bit lately disappointed with coaching. You know, you put in, and it's funny because in some people you don't even put nearly as much effort, but they don't need much because they're just good on their own. You know, and I have guys like that still to this day call me and they're grateful. And like I just been to a wedding from one guy. He just loves me. I love him. Like I never even helped him that much because he didn't need much.
Yeah.
But all these like head cases that like just suck you into their bullshit, and you pour so much time and energy into them. You try to help them, and then they just kind of backstab you or something. Like I'm coaching for a while. I'm not even because I've done it already.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's not your case scenario, you know, but I think coaching is something that you probably should do, and it's fun to do, but like you like just be very cautious of who you're trying to help and where you're sending your energy, you know, because
especially nowadays, like that's why not only like being a coach, but like being someone like more of a role model situation, because there's people I look up to and I'll like think about when I like, you know, feeling agitated about something, like what would they do, and then like that'll help me like think about what they would do or something like that, you know. So I'd like to be that.
That's what Krause did in Glory in Missouri, right? I mean, James Krause.
Yeah.
He fought in the UFC while being a role model, and I can see you being the James Krause of Iowa, right?
Yeah, I appreciate it. That's what like I try to like. I naturally live my life. I mean, I live my life right, or at least for what I think is right. Like I'm not a big like party or anything like that. I'll go out and, you know, love to hang out with friends and stuff. But there's so many, I don't know, people just never seem to impress me nowadays. Like I'm always
you're a low life.
Like, and I don't mean to like sound like oh, I'm better than people and stuff like that. Like I don't ever talk like that or nothing, you know. But there's
I
a lot
thought
of people.
he's pretty arrogant usually, don't you?
Bogus. But yeah, like, or like, especially if they're owning the gym, or like for James Krause, for example, like setting good examples like for the people in the gym, right? Obviously, I'm still young. A lot of people are older than me still, so like, I don't know. It's not like I'm gonna be the guy people are gonna look at. What would he do as of now? But in the future, that'd be
good
cool.
and very mature way to think for your baby age.
Got a big brain.
I remember I was there at Glory one time, and he had this speech. You know, it was kind of funny. I mean, being from a different country, and he's like, "This is no democracy here." He was just like pissed with, you know, people kind of taking it all willy-nilly.
Yeah.
This is not a democracy here. This is dictatorship. Like you get on the bus or you don't. I was like, oh, so like Serbia. I'm home.
It's oddly familiar.
I'm kidding.
That's funny.
Benny, how did you get into MMA in the first place?
So I had a good friend that passed away right after high school, and I just kind of lost at that point and walked into Purcell's gym when he was over there at East 6th and Euclid, and just fell in love with the sport and been doing it ever since, kind of thing. And man, it's been like one of the things that I can always fall back on, and it's helped me get through a lot of dark times.
Yeah. Yeah,
shout out to James Krause, by the way. Sorry, since we mentioned him, he's a great guy.
That whole time you're
no, I wasn't. Also a house flipper. But I was gonna ask you a question: did you used to wrestle in high school?
Yeah.
You wrestled?
I wrestled at Bondurant, and then I was a decent wrestler, but always towards like my junior and senior year, I hurt my elbow my junior year, and that put me out the wrestling season. And then my senior year going into sectionals, I tore my meniscus, and I just wasn't able to recover and make a state run or anything like that. So I never got to be like too good of like a high school athlete. So it's always like those what ifs kind of thing. But man, I've had so much fun doing MMA and growing with it, and just getting better at it. Like it's been a cool sport to grow a part of. That's fun.
It is a good thing. I mean, good thing and a bad thing, right? You said you lost a friend, and like that was a motivating factor for you.
Yeah.
It's something good that this sport brings that you can use, like literally pain and suffering to make the best out of it.
They say hard times create hard people.
Is that the only time, or did you go for something like that again that you want to share?
Well, yeah. So I've kind of couple years ago, my girlfriend passed away and put me in a dark spot, and I was doing a lot of helping out at a gym, and everything kind of just fell apart. And here lately, it's just like been a clarity of light coming to it, and I'm falling back in love with the sport, and we're gearing up to make another run at it. So it's pretty exciting to kind of how it's all coming out and coming to play.
How's your body? How's your body feeling now? Because like I say, you took a little bit of break, whatever. Now coming back to it, you feel, like injury-wise or anything like that. Like, do you feel like you're pretty healthy in a sense, or?
Getting back into running my miles took a little bit. Just
for sure.
Being a heavy boy, my knees do not like that shit.
Yeah. What was the heaviest you got up to?
I got 207.
Did you? Okay, 207. There you go.
To me,
shout out to Bebops, feed me good.
Yeah.
To me, it's the shin splints. Like, it's not even the knees. It's like
when I'm heavier.
pretty heavy when I'm heavier. Yeah.
I'd say it's usually probably my calves for the most part that gets me.
It's calves.
Calves, yeah.
This little area in the calves.
Yeah, right in that middle area. Yeah, that's about where I used to get. Like if I was heavier and just jump back into running. The heaviest I've been is 194, I believe. And actually, this was a week after. So this is actually when me and Brock Cameron fought, I believe. I weighed in at 156, right, for that fight.
Yeah.
And I weighed myself exactly a week later. I was 194. Heaviest I've ever been.
It's crazy how it happens.
Crazy, dude. I scared myself. I remember I looked up after I weighed 194. I'm like, can I die from gaining too much weight? I did. Straight up. I straight up. I looked it up. I was starting to scare myself, dude. Then the internet, it's like, well, it's possible.
I've been on both ends, honestly.
Borderline type 2 diabetic.
Yeah.
I've been on both ends. I've been like, sometimes like, I had like this weight, last weight cut, it wasn't really a weight cut, 160, pretty high for me, for what I used to fight at. But like, I was like 168 for a while. And I'm like, man, and I'm eating whatever. And I'm like, man, I'm not gaining any weight. This is awesome. So I just started eating whatever, and then I gained weight. I think I realized like maybe, a month, maybe your body still kind of
is okay.
And then you can put on weight.
And then after that, it's like those calories have nowhere else to build up.
Yeah.
And then it goes to the gut.
Sometimes it's weird, like, because like that time I put on like everything within a week. I'm like, motherfucker. But then like I feel like the last couple times I've cut, it hasn't been as bad. But I think a lot of that goes to I've been putting on more muscle, so it's been burning more as I eat and shit. So I definitely think that's kind of been nice and helped. I mean, it'll be interesting to see how much I put on after this. Because I say every time, I'm going to try to stay on.
He had that diabolical look in his, you can't see the camera, but diabolical look in his, I'm going to eat so much.
I mean, the fair is right after.
I was going to say, what is going to be your biggest downfall here after weigh-ins, post-fight?
Like after the fight?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'll probably hit, the fair is literally for the next fucking week after our fight, which is awesome. I mean, that'll be... Let's see, at the fair, I'm probably definitely going to get a big old bucket of cookies.
Dude, you know what happened? The cookies are pretty good.
They're pretty good.
The chocolate chip cookies.
So milk or just dry? Like, what are we doing?
Usually I just they're usually like moist because they're warm.
They're real soft.
Yeah.
Shit.
You haven't had Iowa State Fair cookies, huh?
Maybe.
They're pretty
I've been
good.
to the fair.
They're pretty good. I'm probably going to get a whole bucket. I can eat a lot. Like, the thing is, even when I'm dieting.
Oh, I know.
Even in my camps, well, like, dude, I got a whole, even in my camps, I find ways to get lots of volume with super low calories. Like, for example, in my fridge right now, I'm going to eat it after this. I got a whole fucking thing of sugar-free Jell-O. It's, big old serving for 80 calories.
Yeah.
Smoke it, dude. I'm not saying.
You know what's funny here is, like, he's talking about the fight, and he's like, yeah, I'm fighting this dude. He's a killer. I'm going to win, blah, blah, blah. And then you mention cookies, fucking cookies. Let's go. Let's go. Bucket of cookies all day.
I'm a fat boy, dude. Like, I actually am pretty excited for this fight, too, because I have a lot. I always got a lot of people coming out. But I am excited because, again, I do think it's a step up in competition, and it excites me getting that because, again, I want to prove to myself, like, what I can do.
Yeah.
So the fight itself does excite me. As much as cookies, probably not, but
right?
Cookies excite me.
Fair food.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, you mentioned Brock, and you mentioned like going a stair up. Like Brock jumped 5 stairs up to fight a
Minner,
UFC
yeah.
vet. We mentioned that already. We've been calling him to the podcast ever since.
Yeah, we'll get him on here.
I think the podcast scares him more than fighting UFC vet.
I think so. Yeah.
I'm kidding. No. All up for Brock. I mean, good gym going on here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many pros do we have? Like,
a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4 with. Okay, so we can break it down. Us 3, right? And we got Danny.
We're not good at math, so it's gonna take us a second.
It's the concussion and discussion part,
Yeah.
Danny, Brock,
Saldana.
Yep, that's 6 right there.
Teddy.
Oh yeah, Nate. Yep.
7.
I mean, that's 7's a lot, and we may have 1 or 2.
And then we got Martin, Big Pat.
Oh yeah, Pat.
Yeah, and
Fuck,
then
dude, we're gonna be pushing double digits.
I guess Spencer likes to come in here too.
Yeah, Spencer will pop in. Not recently. He needs to get his ass in here, but.
Yeah, Spencer, buddy.
You got Ben Crowder, who just did a triathlon.
Yeah, that big
He's
boy
in
doing a
great shape.
triathlon,
Yeah.
dude.
He's
Jesus,
in great
man.
shape. I'm gonna hate to box him when he comes back in, being in that
Oh
kind of
man,
shape.
Fucking
I sparred him. He's
Hopefully
so
he-
strong. I don't think he can physically try to not punch hard. I think his low punch is still hard as
Well, it's
shit.
all muscle memory at that point,
Yeah.
And he's so technically sound with everything.
I mean, he has like bad knees, so he only usually does boxing, right?
Yeah.
And I remember, when I spar him in boxing, I'm really boxing focused, and I do okay, right? He probably does better than me, but I do okay. And then one time I was like, hey, no kicks, right? He's like, you can kick, just don't blast my legs. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm like, okay, now I can do kicks too, and I want every time I try to kick him, bam in the face. Bam! I was like, this is a terrible
He's not
idea.
just a
I'm
boxer,
just gonna.
like-
I know, right? I'm
He's
just gonna.
timing those kicks.
Yeah.
Oh,
he knows what he's doing.
he was catching me on all,
Bringing
and
you on in.
and it's not like I was
Yeah,
throwing
out
them.
there.
I wasn't even throwing them naked. Like I was trying to hide. No, just boom, boom.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not throwing any more kicks. Like it's just not.
Yeah, it makes
it's
you
just
not
not
want
worth
to.
it. Yeah.
Then fuck these kicks. Never
Yeah.
mind. Let's just box.
And one time, I remember he was sparring. I was sitting out, and I was just watching him. And for how buff and big he is, I was just watching his feet and his footwork, and he can move.
Good.
Yeah.
He can move. I was
Yeah.
like, oh. Yeah,
Like I say, just ran a triathlon, dude. Like,
yeah.
that's a big boy doing it, but he is an athlete. I mean, yeah, he is. He's a specimen, you could call it.
Specimen.
But then you spar with him, then you go on these fights and spar with
Yeah.
guys your size, and
Yeah.
you're like, oh, okay. Like,
And he
alright.
shows sharp skill wise. Like you do good rounds with Ben, and
Yeah.
it builds your confidence for going out and doing these fights.
For sure.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I remember my last fight, and I'm in the cage, and Boylan's cornering me. He looks at me. What did you tell me? You were like, you spar harder dudes like that at our gym, something like that.
Yeah,
is what
probably,
you said.
yeah.
And I looked over. I was like, yeah, that's kind of right. That is true,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It gives you a little bit more confidence going in, because again, right now we have great crowd in. I mean, yeah, it's definitely.
Yeah, for Midwest, it's pretty good,
It's a
and
good team camaraderie.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Like yesterday morning, we had a good deal of practice in as well. But I remember you said before I did the circuit, you're like, you sure you should be doing this? Like.
Yeah, I was pretty surprised, honestly. You were a week out, and you're very kind of low calorie and whatnot, and we did 2 3-minute rounds, MMA, one round on the ground,
And another 6 5
and then now
rounds.
6 5-minute rounds after that. And before that, we did drilling, and I'm like, it's already 12, and we started at 10, and I'm like, this is a lot. And you start doing a circuit. I'm like, are you sure? Like, are you? Because I don't want him to feel like crap going into the next.
And I also
week,
knew today was my off day too, so And honestly, I feel good. Like, I don't know what. I've been body's been feeling good. So.
And you said you hired somebody.
Nutritionist, the fight dietitian on Instagram. Shout out to them. So they've been
What's
kind of
their
locked in. Fight dietitian. My nutritionist is Jack Doherty, something like that. They're based out of Australia. They had a lot of the same stuff that I already knew. It was just nice to have the assurance on that what I thought was correct, what I should be eating, and they added in a couple more things.
And was anything different?
Yeah, what's the biggest takeaway you got from it?
not lowering my calories so much because I was at 1,700 calories like 2 weeks ago, even so like 3 weeks out, and they were like, yeah, man, like you need to up it's like 2,400. So I was like, oh shit. So I upped my calories. So I did, and I upped my calories.
That's a whole other meal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. So I'd say that was the biggest thing is not lowering my calories too early or anything, but still keeping like protein really high and like. I guess I always kept my protein and my carbs pretty high. But then now with fight week, and this is another takeaway too, is even during my fight week, they still have me at, honestly, they put me at like 2,100 calories for this fight week. I'm eating like 1,700 because it scares me eating 2,100.
Well, it's tricky because, you think, oh, I'm getting fatter or something, but sometimes like, you drain your muscle so much that it needs the fluids, right? So it's like you're withholding, like you're bloated with water, and it's quite tricky. It's completely different for like normal people that just diet.
Yeah.
I'm eating better and training a little bit, but it's different once you're, the difference between just going to the gym or just running a little bit compared to what we do, that you're really grinding down your muscles to the last fiber, that takes a lot to recover.
Yeah, just keep talking on my check.
Yeah. Especially going through a grueling fight camp kind of thing, and then going into a caloric deficient, like, and then the week of going through that weight cut, that's a lot of stress on a person's muscle and a body in general. Like it's important to learn that recovery aspect of it and put those nutrients back in.
For sure. And not adding extra stress by worrying about it so much too, I think, is the big thing. A lot of people stress about
you
their
paid
weight.
Insurance, basically.
Yeah. Like, people just make it worse on themselves, just freaking...
And that's unnecessary cortisol that your body is releasing. So then it does essentially make your cut harder, kind of thing. Both ways, mentally and physically.
Exactly. That's what I've been telling myself. Like, and I actually, like I said, I am kind of excited to have a little bit more of a cut because I'm going to be able to go into the fight a little bit heavier. But again, I've just been telling myself, like, I'm excited for this cut, to be honest, rather than, like, dwelling on it. That, again, it's just going to make it even worse, dwelling on it. But yeah, back to the whole like weight fluctuation thing. Like, that's something a lot of people don't get, is that when they're weighing themselves every day, someone will weigh like whatever their weight is. You weigh 170 one day, then the next day you're 167. Oh, I lost 3 pounds. No, you're just dehydrated as shit. Like, really, when you really get into the science of it, like a pound of fat weight is 3,500 calories. So you didn't lose
how much?
3,500.
A pound of fat.
That's a pound of fat. So you didn't lose 3 pounds in a day. You ain't burning fucking over 10,000 calories in one day without eating anything. I mean, possible.
My wife always says, because she has a PhD in like nutrition, but whenever she sees somebody obese, like, I mean, I'm trying not to judge, but from being fat myself, I'm like, if I could have done it back then, like, you probably can't do. You just don't want to change anything about your lifestyle. But to get to the point that you're like this big, it's like over 10 years of complete neglect.
Yeah, not good.
Yeah, it's like
that's wild. That's crazy. To think
if you want
you could probably like fast track it in 5 years and freaking.
No. Like, really, I mean, not like, if I let's say stop training, if I stop training,
you can do it.
If I stop training,
food, get America's food.
Maybe if I stop training right now and just go like nastiest food ever, 7,000 calories a day, to get to the fact I'm talking about obese, like 300 pounds.
I guess it depends how big we're talking.
No, to get a stomach and whatnot, that'll probably be fairly easy. But to become like those, like, that need like the scooter, which was a real culture shock for me coming into America 5-6 years ago. I was like, are these? Oh, this is really nice. Is this for the disabled people, like old people? And my wife looks at me, she's like, no.
It's supposed to be. It's supposed to be.
And then I see the like big one, and I'm like, oh man. I mean, I know that sounds pretty fat. Where I'm from, fat shaming is pretty much still alive.
But I mean,
and running strong. So
it's really like, it's not out of like I wouldn't even think of it as shame. It's more so like it's trying to make people healthier. Like America's so bad. Like
I went to the doctor, man, and
accountable.
my nurse,
Exactly.
my nurse and my doctor were like, she was probably 200 pounds and he was probably 270. Doctor, and not to mention the patients there and stuff, like when I had the MRSA thing, and I'm like, man, you're really gonna be my healthcare professional?
I was just talking.
Like, you look like shit. Dude, you know, like you don't care about health whatsoever.
I was at the horse races yesterday actually, and I saw Johnny Wetland there. He was there.
Oh,
with his wife and
nice.
whatnot, yeah, and
he has some diabolical things in his brain how he connects. He's like, oh yeah, I saw Johnny. Are you trying to say Johnny's fat?
No. What I'm getting to is that we had this conversation of like when I'm drinking a diet pop and some freaking fatty, like someone who's 250 plus or something comes up and be like, oh, you shouldn't drink diet. It's healthier to drink the real sugar.
Oh god damn!
Dude,
Don't
like,
even
look
get
at, like,
me started.
I'm sorry, like I'm not trying to be mean, but like you cannot tell me what to do if you look at you and look at me. Like that's just
and that whole crap that really bothers me. There is absolute no way, no reason to drink those full sugar pops.
Yeah, not
But
at
like
all.
if you can have like 1 or 2 a month, but the amount of like
It's terrible.
sugar, and not just the sugar, but like Coke in the United States is not the same as Coke in overseas. Here it's straight corn syrup.
Yeah.
It's like the #1 leading cancer, which really like gets me upset. Like I take my like kids to my mother-in-law's, you know, and then I watch what she feeds them.
Yeah.
And like they were giving my 2-year-old. I mean, I'm very grateful that they're watching them. They're good. It's her and her sister, so they're both grandmas basically.
Yeah.
But like there was a conversation we had. Is like she gave him iced tea, like full sugar.
Yeah.
And he's 2 years old, and he got a full bottle. To him, that's probably 5 times the amount of sugar he needs that day.
Yeah.
Just in that little bottle.
Yeah.
Not to mention you probably gave him cookies, you gave him this, you gave him that, and I'm like, well, you know, you can buy diet one of those, or you can have stevia or whatever. And she's like, no, but those are unhealthy too, so you're just better off having full sugar. Exactly those words. And I'm like, no. It's the #1 lead like reason for cancer in the United States, and you're telling me, but
I'm not a big like I don't think you should drink a ton or be taking in a bunch of artificial sugar and stuff like that. But you can't sit there and tell me it's worse than like all the other sugar, right? Like
than the real sugar.
Exactly.
Surprise yourself. Have some water.
Yeah.
You know, I had a worker that he's just like Mountain Dew. That's it.
Some people don't drink water at all.
No water whatsoever.
I don't understand it. How do they get?
He didn't flush one time, and he went to the bathroom. It was like dead orange. I'm like, this is like kidney failure.
Yeah, man. Like if I go without drinking water, I'll like start feeling dry mouth, dehydrated, and then get headache and stuff. I'm like,
He had this other guy that was like a plumber or whatever, and like I went to pick him up, and like he's like dying in bed, and like he has stage 4 kidney failure. And I'm like, man, did you have some? He's like, won't drink water. It's disgusting, he says. And I'm like, give me pop. Like, and I'm like, no, man. Like, you literally can't get out of bed. We're supposed to go to work today.
Man.
Can you at least have a Gatorade?
Yeah.
Oh, and I don't want that zero crap. And I'm like, and I will only have the blue one. And I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. You're literally dying.
The blue kind's pretty good.
Yeah.
He was literally the room smelled like death. He could not
like a
get out
zero.
of bed. He was like, the dog was pissing and pooping because he couldn't take him out. Like, it was that bad. I'm not in touch with this guy anymore. But like, it was that bad, and you're still being picky about what you want to drink, and you're about probably to die. Like,
man.
Diagnosed stage 4 kidney failure, probably because of the lifestyle, right?
Yeah,
and you're like, I like pop. It's just like,
I mean, it's crazy. People don't seem to worry about health at all. It's wild. Oh, well, another topic. What else is a good topic we should bring up? Unless we want to keep talking about fat people, I don't care.
well, we have Benny in here. Something you want to ask Benny about? I guess what do you see? Well, where do you see yourself in like a few years? Where you're trying to get with fighting and?
Oh, that's a good question.
Well, it's cool that this Japan opportunity, the whether it's a promoter or a matchmaker for Rising's coming over here, having an opportunity like that to get to perform in front of somebody is pretty cool. So, like with the 4 or 5 years left in the career, like even going overseas and fighting for Risen or something like that, that would be a cool opportunity. Like as a fighter, that's always kind of been my goal, is to go travel somewhere because of fighting. And I mean, going over to Japan, that would cross it all off the list, kind of thing. So that's kind of something that I look forward to. And then
hello Japan, we have 2 ninjas over here.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Fits well, huh?
But I would like to start, like, I've gotten heavily involved in clubs in the past. Like, I've been heavily involved in Perselis, and then I've made a switch over to Absolute and got heavily involved over there. I would like to eventually get heavily involved back again over here, but things just take time. So as it all plays out, that's eventually where I'd like to go.
Is coaching something you're like, and maybe not, maybe some people don't really care to coach at all. Is that something you're wanting to do after you're done fighting?
Yeah. I love being a corner man. I feel like it's
Cool.
it's like playing a video game, especially
Yeah.
if you can get that fighter to listen. Like, it's game on. It's the coolest thing.
Yeah, I
and
agree.
then like talking them through the fight mentally and like bringing them back like through each round kind of, and as it gets deeper, like it's a cool feeling. And then just even giving back to the youth, like helping Perselis little kids wrestling program out. I've done that in the past too. Like as he's getting older and like that hip might need to be getting replaced someday,
sure.
he's gonna need a couple of younger guys to step up and help him out. So that's kind of a direction that I would like to head eventually, kind of thing.
Cool. Yeah, no, that'd be dope for sure. Do you have like something? I mean, would you just want to coach a lot of the different, like any aspect, like the wrestling, the striking, or even the strength and conditioning? I know you do a lot of strength and conditioning stuff too. Would you like to tone in on one of those that you prefer, or since obviously we do different days and whatnot?
Yeah, like I have so many. I've been blessed with a lot of different, being talented in a lot
Attributes
of
and
different areas.
stuff? Yeah,
from being
exactly.
able to coach to continuously learning like strength and conditioning. I don't know necessarily what avenue I would go, but I think that it would be best of me to probably dial in and focus on one, so I could be the best
coach for
I
that.
could
Yeah,
be the
that's
best version of myself for that, instead of only giving 30% here, giving 30% there, kind of thing. I feel like it would take me to be like specialized focus in it, whether it's strength and conditioning or coaching kind of thing, like whatever avenue it might be.
Cool, sweet. Yeah, that's.
And in your private life, like in business, and like what are the goals for that? And does that depend on fighting whatsoever? Or?
Yeah, it definitely depends on fighting. Right now I'm doing landscaping, but as I would like to get heavily back involved with fighting, I know that needs to take a back seat. So it's like a sacrifice that I got to make, but we kind of talked about that. I feel like I showed myself that I could be successful running a landscape business kind of thing. So I feel like it's going to take me putting a lot more effort into the fighting side and focusing on giving
How much
back.
easier is that for you than fighting?
It has its ups and downs. If I had all the proper equipment, it would be a lot easier. But
in terms of growth, you think like in terms of comparing the amount of effort you have to put into, get stuff.
Well, money wise, there's probably a lot more money to be made in landscaping.
Yeah.
But with the way that you get to build relationships and fighting, and man, I still like. When I'm out and about, I'll have random people come up to me like, you inspired me to fight kind of thing. Like, you helped me out in the room, like things like that. I would rather hear all day long kind of thing. Like that's a lot more fulfilling to me than.
For sure.
Thanks for mowing my lawn.
Yeah.
Well, landscaping. It's a little bit prettier.
Thanks for breaking my rock bed.
Yeah. Breaking your back, making my rock bed.
But the same
Or
thing, we go back to
50,000
that.
pounds if
This
you
you
get
can
a
do
rock.
now, and that you can do later.
Yeah.
The sacrifices are real.
Yeah. That's why I'm at like a weird point, because I hate saying that I'm 24 and I live in my parents' basement, which I know a lot of people do, but like
I do too. So I don't feel bad.
Yeah, see, hey, makes me feel a lot better.
Are you in the basement?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't
Which I
realize
love the basement. It's awesome.
It's great. It's cold.
Yeah, and I'm no inconvenience. Like honestly, I think
Basement ninjas over here.
I think they rather have me there than not have me there, you know. But at the same time, just it's just a thought behind
Maybe you
it.
buy your mom a new house one day. Huh?
That's honestly like the goal and the plan. Like that's another motivator. Like, because again, I'm to the point where like, okay, I'm in my mid-20s. Like, I want to start doing almost like I'm not impatient, but I really want to get things rolling. So like, if it's with fighting, I want to get to the point where I can really make enough money to where if I need to move out, I can, right? And like, obviously, I started my little side gig with my candy business, but
It has potential. I mean,
yeah, it definitely has potential, but then it's like
you make it into 10 stores and you're all set.
Yeah, I've noticed the more effort I put into that, like, not necessarily the less effort I put into fighting, it's just like, I can only stack my plate and time up so much, to where like, even if I'm trained twice a day, I really don't want to fucking deal with the candy business throughout the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Like, I just...
That's where I'm at with landscaping and fighting.
You got like
sacrifices got to be made.
exactly,
And then add some kids on top of that. I mean,
oh yeah,
I'll tell you that.
I'm gonna have to hold off a few years. Yeah.
To me, it's like it's hard to balance it all out. Before, okay, I'm blessed that I don't have a 9-to-5 job that I can kind of manage my time, but like shit needs to get done regardless.
Yeah.
And especially now, it's not the school year, but like in the school year, you know, I leave here at 9:00. Kids, when I get home, what does my body need? Is like, I need protein, I need to chill out, I have this massage leg thing. That's what I need to recover so I'm good to practice the next morning. But realistically, I can do that, but then my wife is stuck with doing everything around the kids, and then she gets stressed.
Yeah.
And then guess what? In a marriage, if your wife gets stressed, chances are 99.9% you're going to get stressed too.
Yeah.
So yeah, you gotta kind of, you know.
That brings up a good point too, because I've actually there's this chick I've been talking to, whatever, but like I refuse to get in a relationship. I told her, like, I'm like I just don't have time.
It's not another one of your red flag ones, is it?
I don't think so.
I think it's a
she
good
might
one,
have some red flags too. Who knows? but anyways, like, and like she's cool and I don't mind hanging out with her, but like again, like I just don't. I'm so busy like with my life right now, and even though I do have extra time throughout the day, it's like the amount of energy and stress that I'm putting on myself throughout the week or whatever it might be. I want a lot of my focus to go towards fighting, especially since I'm really trying to, you know, engage on it right now and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, like, even something like that. Where
you have a relationship, like, out of fight camp, we're together. In fight camp, you don't exist.
That's a good idea.
It doesn't. No, it isn't. It is to you. It is to you.
Women really don't understand how much a martial artist sacrifices their time to fight.
It's a great idea to get you stabbed.
I was fortunate enough to experience a girlfriend that loved fighting too, so it was like we got to spend all of our time beating each other up, so we didn't beat each other up at home too. So it was great.
Exactly. Like, it's not to say I wouldn't ever get in a relationship like while I'm busy right now. Just right where I'm at right now, like, I'm good on with just what I have, and I really don't want to stack my plate up with anything. Like, I'm just keep training.
That's all cute. That's all cute. But if it's some girl that he's really gonna like, then he's gonna start compromising here really soon.
Hey, she sticks around and she understands everything. You know,
that's a big thing. You know,
that's cool.
It's a big thing. I was fortunate enough to, you know, my wife used to fight as well. And wrestle and coach wrestling, and she does all these flips with me. So I'm blessed on that part. But it can get stressful.
So she had an understanding of exactly what it takes, even, kind of thing as well.
That's something, you know, like, I see that sometimes she gets upset because I do prioritize fighting, and then we would have a property flood, or we would have something that really, like first day I couldn't make it to practice because all day I rented out the big trencher, which I don't even know how it's so easy to rent these things. Like, I don't know.
How Borders just gives them out to anybody.
Like, give me your ID and shout out to Borders.
You think it seems like you need a license for this thing?
Yeah, pretty much.
they'll just give me a backhoe, and I
you're in
don't
with
even
it,
know
too,
how to
yeah.
use the damn thing. Like, hey, thanks.
He's
we'll
like, have
figure
you
it
ever
out.
YouTube that
It's
shit?
Bring it
literally,
back,
have you ever
yeah.
driven one of? It looks like a tank. I was like, have you ever driven one of these before? No. He's like, okay, here you go, sign here. give me
Oh
everything."
God.
Put it
It's
in
like
the trailer.
awesome.
Let's go.
Really?
God bless America, I guess. And
That's
yeah,
funny.
and I did all this like French drain around the house and then inside too, and like it's so much work.
Yeah.
And like I ended up working from the morning to like
Yeah.
past practice time, and it's just what needs to be done.
Yeah.
But sometimes, it would be something like that, and I'll be like, well, I'm getting ready for a fight. I really need to practice, and I'll push some things away. It creates stress. It creates creates problems. So.
That's another
That's
reason, like,
tough.
it'd be nice if I was able, like, obviously I've been posting a lot more on my social media and whatnot. So that way you can get, like, maybe not where I'm at yet, but hopefully in, like, next year or so, start getting brand deals to where I really can. I got a buddy who's TikTok famous, and now all he does is pretty, or at least from what I'm aware, he gets brand deals with a bunch of different things, and he goes on, he kind of does his own thing. He got some nice house, like, and he's able to make a good living off of that. So if that was something to where I could do, like, sponsorships or brand deals for my fighting, that'd be really nice.
Yeah,
to
long
have
as
too,
the-
obviously.
And I will say, like, with I can see her getting upset when I do. My wife had prioritized fighting sometimes, and like, she understands this, but it's hard for her because we have a lot going on.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine a girl that is not supportive.
Yeah.
Like some that's gonna be like, oh, you're really gonna go to practice rather than be with me. I never dealt with that. Whenever I had a girl that was like that, I was like, you gotta go.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know, bro.
You know.
As soon as
Yeah,
they say
there's-
something like that, all right, it was good talking to you.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty
This
much.
ain't gonna
I'm
work
sure you're a
out.
nice person, but it's
If
not.
I'm like late 5 to 10 minutes to practice because of hanging out with a girl, that's as far as I'll go, like once in a while. But like speaking back in day but like for you to like miss practice because the girl just wants to hang out, that's really a no-no.
Which
That
you-
was
you
always
see-
a no-no for me,
You see happen more often than not in here.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I mean, I can't
Oh,
think of
yeah.
any specifics recently, but I've definitely seen it happen.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
people will get in relationships and like,
in the gym, and then they disappear.
yep,
You don't ever see
disappear.
them
Yep,
again.
disappear.
Is that what you're afraid of? That's your
That is why.
deepest
That
fears?
started my fear of women. Yes. I've seen so many people come in. They get
So in this episode of Concussions Discussions, we discover Boylan's biggest fears of women chasing back to him, stopping to fight and train, which goes back to him becoming fat again. And so that's what you're actually.
it all wraps around.
As
But
McGregor would say, this is not a therapy session.
Well, Johnny, him and Morgan were together for a long time, but as soon as Johnny proposed and got married, it was like that sealed the deal and pulled him away from
Oh,
his
yeah.
forever. But he does come back and he gives back his time, but
for sure.
you
Yeah.
know, it took him away from being a mixed martial artist.
Yeah.
Granted, he's got a kid and found a happy wife.
Yeah,
Definitely. And
definitely.
like I said, other things
But-
happens outside of it.
I mean, I stopped my
I got a whistle.
Greco career just to be here,
Yeah.
and I was working for so many years to get into the national team. I finally get into the national team, and like I met Jess, and like she has kids, we want to be together, and I'm like, well, I guess I'll try my luck overseas.
Yeah.
I wasn't done with sports necessarily. Like I transitioned to MMA, which honestly it was hard for me in the first year or two, but like now I just love the sport more than wrestling. I just the feeling that you get fighting versus wrestling a match on the mat is so different.
Yeah, it is a lot different. There's not. I wouldn't say there's not really an adrenaline rush that, at least me wise, wrestling there was no adrenaline rush. It was just another
No, they're at the office.
competition, kind of thing. But fighting, it's a whole nother. Like you gotta learn breath work and all that stuff before you go out and
Yeah,
fight.
pretty much you're dealing with straight on anxiety,
Yeah, like a near-death experience kind of
Yeah.
thing with how much stress is hitting your body.
Yeah.
Did you fight at all then over in Serbia before you came over?
I did have 2 fights, but really I only trained MMA for like a few months. I was straight out of Greco. I finished my Greco season, and had like a little fight with a guy at my team, and I'm like, well, I'm off season. I'm gonna go try. My wife was like, why don't you try MMA? Well, actually, I tried MMA first time when I was in Dominican Republic for like vacation, pretty much, and because they didn't have wrestling there. So like with my, I got twice rejected for a tourist visa to come here, and so what that puts you in a spot is like, well, if you want to be with this girl, you gotta marry her. And I'm like, well, fuck, we just met. Like, it's kind of hard. So what we did is we did long distance for a little bit while we waited for the what's called a fiance visa, and we were waiting for that. And like, I went to Dominican because she was traveling to Serbia a few times. It's a far trip, so I went to Dominican Republic one time. So it was an easier trip for her. So she would come every weekend, pretty much, or maybe twice a month. And I was there, and there was no wrestling teams. And she's like, go try an MMA gym. And I did, and I never threw a punch in my life, like, in a gym setting.
Came in there all wrestling stance.
I didn't know what I was doing. They didn't know any English. One guy in the whole gym knew English. And like, I still, still in touch with them. That's how I got into MMA. And the first time how I started loving is I was like, oh, you want to corner me for one fight, because they realized I was a decent wrestler. And I only did Greco. I did some freestyle, but pretty much Greco. And I went there, and I was basically in a corner, but they have like 5-6 cornermen pretty much. And I told this guy, I was like, look, I can't tell you much. I don't know anything about this. I can tell you with this guy, if you grab him like this and you can slam him. And he did it in a fight.
Right.
It was a really, and it was crazy over there. I mean, the audience, the amount of adrenaline I had from just being in a corner. I was like, I never felt this in wrestling.
Yeah.
That's something I really loved. And also what I loved is like they like hugged around in a circle and they prayed together before the fight. And I was like, man, I never saw that in wrestling.
Yeah.
Like those were already two things that I was really like intrigued by.
Hooked you a little bit.
Yeah. And
as a cornerman, I'm almost more hyped for the fight than being the fighter itself.
you don't have any control
sometimes.
as a cornerman. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have any. Nothing's in your hands really. I mean, other than what you say.
I hold a great deal of responsibility as a cornerman, like
sure.
Helping that fighter get ready. Like, did we do everything? Did we cross all our I's and or did we cross all our T's and dot all our I's kind of thing in camp? And
Yeah.
it's a big. It's a
Yeah.
crazy
Oh, I love like the energy. Yeah. I mean, like
This fight that this guy had was a banger, and like he knocked down the guy, and he was about to finish him, and the ref wasn't sure if he's gonna stop it or not, so he like for a second pushes him away, like the fight is stopped, and this guy gets up, and they just keep fighting.
the ref pushes him
The
away?
ref was not 100% sure if he's,
Oh,
but he
God.
pushes the guy away, and then they kept fighting, and then my guy did end up doing exactly what I showed him and slams the guy, but then he ends up gassing
Yeah.
from trying to finish him, and then that guy. But still, I thought it was the greatest thing I ever seen. I watched MMA on TV, but MMA on TV and live like that was just. So I went back to Serbia, and then off season I got in a little fight with a friend, and I'm like, I'm just gonna go train MMA, and I literally trained for like 3 months, and I fought, and I had 2 fights in one day. It was with like headgear, because over there amateurs you have 3 categories of amateurs. You have C, B, and A. C is like completely newbies, which I was technically supposed to be, and then you have B, which is like decent. It's still in like headgear, and in A it's like basically right before you go pro.
Yeah.
Like no headgear. It's pretty much. I don't think there's elbows, but
That's kind of how they do the Muay Thai Expo.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so I didn't start in C because like they knew I was a wrestler, so that
Yeah.
with you having athletic experience, we're gonna put you into B. And I had 2 fights that day, and I mean I had I'm an athlete, but I only knew how to throw an overhand. That was it. And
What's changed?
right. and these 2 guys had like one guy had like 5 fights, the other guy had 7-8 fights. Like that's
Yeah.
quite the experience.
Yeah.
So I won both of those fights.
Oh, nice. With your grappling, I take it for the most part.
Pretty
or-
much, it was just like a front overhand, and I would toss him.
Yeah,
Which was
yeah.
I was really in a Greco mindset, so it was really easy for me to throw him.
Yeah.
One guy, I don't know how it didn't get stopped. I landed like a million punches from ground and pound, and his headgear would keep falling off, and he would get stopped, and then like.
Oh, that's where
so
you
like,
told me you moved it. For
yeah,
him,
so I
right?
moved him for him. Yeah, I did tell you that. And yeah, that's how I got into MMA. I had 2 fights there. I moved here, and then started here, and then it was Corona times. Really shitty times to train. I was in absolute still.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready for my first one. Lost a close decision. I did have a popped out elbow, but
Were you guys training at Absolute together?
we were.
Yeah.
We were.
Okay, cool,
yeah.
cool, nice. I wasn't
Yeah, didn't start great here. With fighting injured is something that I swore I would never do again because there's no heroism in it.
sure. Yeah,
I
and
think
to a
it's-
certain extent, right? Like,
Yeah.
there's always minor.
I mean, like this was like purple.
yeah,
it
like
was
full-
completely popped out,
exactly,
torn,
like a full
and I'm
injury,
like
yes.
8 days before the fight, and I'm
Yeah.
like, this is just the dumbest thing I've ever done. I just want to be a hero, which is stupid, linguistical.
Yeah.
And I swore I never do something stupid like that again. But still, I mean, I'm kind of proud that I was able to, go to a decision. It was a close fight.
Yeah.
Controversial at the end. I got kicked in the balls. I looked at the ref. I stopped. They both stopped. I turned around towards my corner, and the guy comes and like whacks me in the back of the head.
Yeah.
I take the shittiest shot, because I was like hurting, like it was bad, and I somehow get him down just because he couldn't wrestle much, and I end up on top for the most of the round. But they give him that round, and he wins with that round, like he did significant damage or something. But
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
Stupid.
Everything about it was just stupid.
Yeah.
It was
for sure.
stupid.
That,
And I learned my lesson there, I think.
Is that up Nebraska?
That was
Cage
in
Aggression, is that right?
Cage Aggression.
Yeah.
That was the only time I
See,
fought for Cage
I've
Aggression.
heard all Milan stories.
Yeah.
It's good.
We talk a lot. We talk a lot.
We do. Well, we've been on multiple trips. and stuff,
Speaking
too.
of Nebraska, like the Dynasty, I fought for them 4 times, I think, so far. I do
Yeah.
want to fight for them in the future. Had a good relationship with them. You, however, you have a belt there. You're holding a belt there, 155, right?
Yeah, lightweight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
So,
that pro?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Who'd you fight for that one? Who'd you beat
This
for?
Micah Petrowski. He fought for Bellator and had Bellator experience, and I
Oh.
think they were trying to build him up to send him on back to Bellator kind of thing. And
You went in there, upset him, or what?
Yeah.
How'd you beat him?
Just dominated him.
Really?
Dominated him.
Come on.
this is all unanimous decision.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Pretty much 10-8'd him every single
Oh
round.
shit! Yeah, you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Dominated,
Damn.
It was unanimous. At the end of the fight, they normally say the score.
Yeah.
Like it was 50-45
Yeah.
kind of thing.
They just said by
just said
unanimous
By
decision.
unanimous decision. All of Nebraska was gone home by the end of the
It was a
fight.
hometown.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
a hometown.
man.
You can call a commission and
Yeah.
check. Because I know my first pro fight on Topology, it said like split decision. I was like, it wasn't no split decision. It was a unanimous.
Topology gets stuff wrong.
They
too.
get stuff wrong, and I called, and they got it corrected, and I was like,
Did they fix it?
Yeah, they fixed it.
They actually missed one of my amateur fights that I won, so they had me as like 10-3 as amateur rather than 11.
Oh
I
yeah,
think.
yeah. Especially when I first started fighting, Tapology was just first getting started. So
Yeah.
I had quite a few of my amateur fights.
They're
and
not
everything
even on there.
recorded, so,
Yeah.
but I mean, it don't matter.
So is
now,
Yeah, exactly.
so would you like to defend that
Yeah.
belt?
Yeah.
And who do you have someone in mind?
Nobody in mind. We were on track to come back in the spring and defend it, and then I hurt my back pretty good. So I was kind of rehabbing back from a back injury and not being able to get down to that 55-pound class. Otherwise, it was going to be Derek and I.
Oh, Minner?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah.
okay.
But
Is that something you would entertain in the future?
I would love to fight Derek.
Okay.
Yeah, but with Brock and I being training partners,
Yeah, obviously.
him and I talked about
I mean,
the
they already
situation.
settled their differences, right? I mean, Brock
Well, we're
and
just saying
Minner
that-
already
yeah,
fought.
Well, they're not going to
Yeah,
give Minner
yeah.
a title fight
Yeah,
now.
yeah. They
Oh,
got no
well, they
reason to
could
give
if
Minner a title
if
fight.
obviously you
Yeah.
and Brock are not gonna fight,
Yeah.
and you're still the title holder. I mean, to you, it's like vacate the title or
It
fight
kind of put me in
Minner.
a weird position, to be
Right?
honest. Like being Brock's teammate, like I don't want to fight my teammate. Like,
No, of course not.
like,
No,
no,
yeah.
Like I got no ego to fight Brock as my teammate, kind of
Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
I mean, maybe
So
Brock
him
is
and
not
I
even
talked
hunting that
about it.
title.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Brock wants to fight for LFA. Maybe you do
Yeah,
address Minor
and I-
the situation
and I
again.
think,
Why not?
I mean, it's another promotion at the end of the day, and I think there's so many different promotions out there. Like, Brock can go win another title belt at another promotion as well. Like we've talked about.
Yeah,
that.
it's not like we're in the
I
UFC,
think,
and
I think Brock's on to bigger and better things, anyways, as is. Like he's young, sharp, for sure. He's great, you know. At the end of the day,
and he's maturing. He's maturing.
That's it. I've never honestly at this point, I haven't even thought about any pro titles or anything like that. Like it's never been something that's intrigued me, to be honest. Like I really just would like to try to get on Contender or something like that.
I like seeing the titles on the wall.
They're cool, but this not sounding rude, but I got 5 up there already from amateur.
Okay.
So I don't know.
This is the arrogance I was speaking of
No,
earlier.
I had this what do you want? I guess belt they just not
What do
something.
you want me to do?
it was and it was never a goal as mine either to win pro title belts or anything like that.
Comes up though too,
an opportunity came knocking on the door, and I took it. And I figured that it was going to lead me to so many more opportunities winning that pro title belt, but it really
Nothing.
It's just another fight.
Yeah, exactly.
And
another fight.
And it might have helped my rankings out, and maybe it did, but anymore, social media is so big. I get promoters from all over the country that ask me about fighting all the time. Maybe that had a play into it, but
are you gonna have a? Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say it doesn't seem like it's hard to get fights, at least for us 55ers too, right?
They're everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. I'm always getting offered fights. My management always offers me fights. Just pick and choose. To be honest with you, okay, it was just not necessarily the easiest fight, but is it the easiest for what's gonna get me to where I want to be?
I guess question for both of you: are you gonna try to get another one before the end of the year?
Yeah.
Yeah, I plan on it. Yeah. Because let's see, August, September, October. Yeah, I definitely plan on it. So probably November.
I had an offer for Absolute the ACL, right? The guy that Brock fought already. I can't remember the name. Do you know?
Is that the Logan cat?
No, the
guy from Arizona, Brett Cooper.
No.
No, I think you.
No, the other one. The other one looks kind of Brazilian.
Oh yep. Man, I don't remember his name either. Absolute.
I don't know if I never heard it. He offered me him. I don't know. I don't know if the guy took it or whatever. But I had that offer for.
What's his name? I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
A lot of the guys that
he looks strong
I trained with at Absolute, they're no longer there. So
I don't think he's been there long.
No, he's not from Absolute.
Is he not? I thought he was training there though.
The guy that Brock fought?
I thought so.
I've never heard that. It doesn't really matter, but I said, yeah, sure, why not? And pretty much.
No, I'm getting mixed up.
Sorry. Yeah, the guy that looks like Brazilian, Brock fought him. He armbarred him from bottom.
Yep. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, the guy that shot in on Brock, which was surprising.
Yeah.
That's what I got offered. And then right after, Bob Jolly was like, well, would you repeat this fight that we were planning for literally yesterday?
Yeah.
In, I think he said November.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that would be really awesome, provided the fight in October goes as planned.
Do you know when in November?
It's November 12 or something around 10.
That's what October is like.
October's 20 something. So it will be a few weeks later. That's what I'm saying.
2 weeks later.
A little close.
Yeah.
Free.
That's a lot.
I think it's about 3 weeks. But provided I'm saying that the fight in October can go good, I would hop on because I would hold the weight,
be willing to go through
and be willing because I did want to get free fights this year, and I don't think there's anything in December unless Dynasty sends me some sort of a fight.
Yeah.
But I do want to get 2 fights until the end of the year.
Have you talked to Ryder at all?
No.
Ryder?
No, I don't think I ever
He's
talked to
starting
him.
to get active again with holding cards as well. So
Yeah.
I know that he was offered me a September fight, so I don't know. He might do one because there's the Thanksgiving throwdown in November.
Yeah.
I'll probably be on that card, but he might do something like the Christmas. They do a Christmas theme kind of thing.
Yeah.
He might be one doing that. I enjoy fighting in the city more than anything because this is where all my fans are at.
Yeah.
I'm the same, Bo. I haven't had any need to travel because we both sell lots of tickets here. So
And if I can build my name up, build my brand up here in my city, then I'm gonna do that. You're gonna have to pay me a good chunk of change.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think
That's
you're
how I
gonna
feel.
feed me. You're gonna feed me to one of your fighters.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to pay me for
I don't know.
it.
After the last fight that was January, so that's quite a bit ago. I felt like I could fight next weekend. You know, so if that's the case, I would. Not next weekend, right?
You'd have to let Bob know that you're fighting.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I don't have
Like,
anything
hey,
signed or
if I'm
accepted
healthy,
or anything.
Yeah.
I don't have anything signed or accepted on either one of those. And I don't know if Dynasty has something in maybe December, maybe October, December would be better. I don't know, but I'm considering options. I would like to get 2 more in the end of the year. Hopefully, close to each other and be 4-0 end of this year.
Yeah,
So that'd be nice.
No, that'd definitely be nice.
Yeah.
Well, should we start to wrap things up here? Any final thoughts?
Yeah, let's just mention again, Percelli's here Monday to Thursday, 7 p.m. for, experienced guys, 6 for if you're brand new, 5 Friday from 4 to 6 open mat pretty much, and then Saturday sparring 10 a.m. Percelli's MMA and Fitness. Come check us out. And thanks for watching.
Make sure you come out, or if you got nothing going on this next Saturday, me and Benny are both, we are main and co-main on the card at the Horizon Event Center, MCC, so be sure to check that out as well. Benny, appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me, guys.
Of course, man.
Sweet.
Glad
All right,
to
y'all
have
have a
you.
good day.